Okay, so I had a really, really intense night last night, and it was more like internal emotional trauma, I think. And last night, all I could think about is how alone I felt. I felt so alone. I also felt like I didn't have anybody to talk to. And I also felt like betrayed by the people in my life because they weren't available at my disposal. And, well, I really was kind of in my own funk and world last night. So I cried myself to sleep, essentially. And crying myself to sleep really um is not like something that I don't do often. I do it often, but usually it's more like due to stress and due to some, other whatever things that could be happening in my life at that moment, and it just gets overwhelming. So I'm not a stranger to crying myself to sleep. I should, make sure I say that. Anyways, today I arrived in Dallas. I've never been to Dallas, and okay, if anybody is from Dallas that watches, I'm sorry, but I just never found like a reason to come to Dallas. I don't really know anybody or know anything, and as I'm looking, I mean, I don't. I'm not necessarily sure what I'm looking at, honestly. I guess I'm downtown Dallas. So, yeah. Anyways, I was just kind of upset, like the hotel that I'm at. Like, I really wanted to, like, I got here probably like at 11:30 ish, and I hadn't eaten breakfast, and it was like took us like 4.5 hours to get here. And well, we stopped at Buc-ee's, but I didn't want to get like any like food from Buc-ee's just because I have like a sensitive stomach and I have like some gluten and like acid reflux issues, so I have to really be careful what I eat, or if not, I'm like distraught, like the whole day is gone, and I didn't want to be that way because we still had like 2.5 hours to get here, and I was like so hungry, but there was like nowhere really to like walk to like get food because I rode with my coworker, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just walk somewhere because I didn't want to drive her truck. And so, not that I can't drive a truck, I can drive a truck better than I can drive a car, but of course it's somebody else's, and it's weird. And so whatever, so that we were like in a really nice hotel, and they have restaurants in here and things like that. I really knew it was going to be expensive, so I didn't really want to, but I started getting lightheaded, so I was like, okay, fuck, I gotta go get something from whatever the hell is open in here. Holy shit, guys, why the fuck did I pay like $15 for a goddamn sandwich and a bag of chips? Fucking sandwich that I could have made at fucking home. I could have bought sandwich stuff for $15, and it would have lasted me for like 4 days. Oh god. Anyways, and I only ate half the sandwich because it was like not the greatest, but anyways, so I was kind of a little upset about that. But yeah, even looking like high, I'm like on the like pretty high floor, and I don't really see anywhere that I can walk to. So I guess we'll see what happens if I'll get dinner or not, because as we know, bitch be broke right now. And I can't afford to spend $20 more on a meal. I'm gonna be here till till Saturday evening. So I mean, of course the company will like feed us like lunch and breakfast and stuff like that. However, I mean, anyways, you know how that goes. So okay, I got sidetracked for a minute there. Anyways, as I was driving and as I was riding in the back and had my headphones in, I was thinking a lot about why I felt the way I felt yesterday, and why the hell did I just how did I spiral out of control the way I did yesterday? And I just couldn't grasp it, and I still felt like a sense of like doom over me. Like my relationship is like, I feel like my relationship is going to fall apart, and I feel like my job is going to fall apart, and my family is falling apart, but none of those things are actually happening. And I feel like subconsciously those are like my fears just coming out and creating like this fake scenarios that are just eating me alive and really affecting my ability to really see what is actually happening outside of me. And last night when I was crying myself to sleep, and I'm not like a religious person. I'm more of a spiritual person, and I do believe in talking to, like, your ancestors and, people from, who have passed away, and, things like that. And I really just, like, was like, oh my God, like, I mean, my mom passed away, like, in 2008. So it's like, Mom, like, what is happening to me? Why am I feeling this way when I know it's not real? Like, Michael that's my boyfriend, he loves the shit out of me. Like, I have not ever had anybody love the shit out of me as much as he loves me. And I just felt like a sense that he does not, and that I am like not priority in his life. And I know that is not true. And I miss my kids. My kids, I have older kids, and my son and his girlfriend, they lived with me for a while, and then they've moved out, and I feel like their life is too busy for me to see them. And now I'm just like sad because I miss them. And then my other son is trying to get a job in the summertime, and so he can move out when he's like 18. And I'm just like, everything is changing with my family, and I feel like that's making me go crazy. Yeah, I think it's making me go crazy because my family and my children have been my whole life. And I know that, especially when it comes to my daughter, she's like my security blanket. That is so awful to say, but it's the truth. I know it's not healthy, and I know it shouldn't be that way. It's the truth, though. And I've learned to not have her as my security blanket because I know that's caused anxiety in her. So we're trying to fix the way that I communicate with her and the way I treat her, and she's not like my, she's not my security blanket. However, I feel like now I've removed myself from her, but I've attached to my boyfriend. And I know he loves that. He loves that I'm attached to him, and we've grown very fond of each other, and we have like our own language, and we understand each other. We don't try to possess one another or anything. We're very supportive of any ideas that we have and any adventures where we have each other's back. And if it doesn't work, we're not shy to say, hey, wait a minute, that's not working. Can we kind of take it back a notch, and things like that. And I've never had that before. And I guess too, like,